Okay, now let's talk about some troubleshooting. We have replication that is working fine. In order to see the replication, you can open the replication monitor. For example, you right click on the replication folder, launch the replication monitor. If you don't see this publisher, you can add the publisher. Okay, since I already added the publisher, by default it adds the local publisher. Okay, if the publisher is different, then you have to add the publisher. Okay, so you add that publisher, and here you can see the agents. Okay, snapshot agent, and this publication. Double click on the publication. You can see publisher to distributor, how many records, distributor to subscriber. You can see how it is doing. So basically you can see that here it applied the snapshot, and after that it delivered the transactions. If there are any undistributed commands, you can see that here. Okay, if there are any undistributed commands that are yet to be replicated, you can see. If replication is stopped for some reason, then you will see the undistributed commands, it will keep increasing. So basically you can monitor the replication here, how the replication is performing. Are there any commands that are still pending? Are there any errors? How are the agents doing? Okay, you can put the insert the token tracer. Okay, so you can see the latency, how the data flows and what is the latency. Okay, are there any warnings, and all those information will be here. Let's introduce some error. We'll introduce some errors, and we'll debug it. We are on subscriber. We are on subscriber. We have a bunch of rows. Okay, I'm going to delete row number 20 on subscriber. So row number 20 I'm going to delete. I deleted it. Now I am on publisher. Okay, the script is running, so let's stop that script. Okay, so let's delete row number 20. Now replication, it tries to replicate the delete statement, but there is no record on the subscriber, so replication should fail. You can see, double click on it, see here, error executing a batch of commands, retrying individual commands. So basically it couldn't replicate the delete command because the record doesn't exist on subscriber anymore, because we manually deleted the row on the subscriber. That is why replication couldn't delete that. For example, you try to update a row, that row is not there on subscriber, you will get an error. You try to delete a row, but that row is not there. So you have to fix that. How are you going to fix it? See, right now it is retrying. If you take a look at distributor to subscriber, it is having some issues. It is executing. Basically it batches the commands and execute on subscriber. If you batch one of the command in the batch has problem, then it will retry every single command from the batch. Okay, that's what it says. Okay, I tried to execute as a batch, but batch has some problem. That's why I'm retrying in individual commands. Refresh. Now you see that now it retried couple of times and finally it spit the error. You can see that here the row was not found at the subscriber when applying a replicated command. Does it say anywhere what is that row? No, it doesn't say, right? It says transaction sequence number, command number 1. The row, you know that the row was not there, but is it trying to update a row, that row is not found, or is it trying to delete a row, that row is not found? Okay, we don't know. And what is that row number? What is that ID? What is the customer ID? Right? And what is the table, first of all, right? You don't know any of that information. All it says is, here I couldn't find the row, so technically I cannot do anything, I'm just stopping. So how are you going to fix this? Now let's see. So again I'm inserting some more rows. Okay, I'm inserting some more rows. So in the queue you will see it couldn't replicate the delete command, and after that, after delete, let's stop it here. Okay, we inserted couple of rows. So after the delete we might have inserted 4 to 5 rows. Let us see what is that maximum ID. Maximum ID 1356 on the subscriber 1351. 2 3 4 5 6 5 records we have inserted into the customer table that could not be replicated, because before the 5 inserts there is one delete statement. So since the replication got stuck at delete statement, whatever the commands that followed the delete statement, that's it, they're all in the queue. Where is that queue? What is that queue? They're all in the distribution database, because log reader, it is reading the log, it is capturing the changes, right? It is capturing the changes whatever we are inserting. For example, if I see the sub publisher is a production OLTP database, it will keep running all the time. The problem will be down the lane. Either log reader could not read the records from the publisher log file, or it could be distributor agent could not read from distribution database, or distributor agent could not write the records into the subscriber database. It could be anywhere. But see, now we inserted some more rows into the publisher database. Let's see how many rows we have now. Maximum ID from the publisher database, it is 1365. On the target, on the target 1351. Okay, 136. That means 14 rows, 14 inserts are pending along with one delete. Now we need to find out what is the delete. It could, see, if you are replicating some 20 or 50 tables, you don't know which table that update or delete is having issues. Okay, unless it really says this is the problem. It keeps on retrying. Every time it retries, it says this is the information that I can give you. You can see that here. It says transaction sequence number and command ID is 1. First of all, where is this information is recorded? Okay, where is this? This is a GUI. It is pulling the data from tables, one of the tables in distribution database, right? All the errors, all the replication related errors are stored in the distributor MS REPL errors. In this table, all the errors, okay, distribution agent might be having some problem, log reader agent might be having some problem, if you have snapshot agent, it might be having some problems. So all the problems will be logged in MS REPL errors table in the distribution database. Okay, it will be on the distributor. So you have to go and see again. If you take a look at the MS REPL errors, all it says same thing. I could not find the row. This is the transaction sequence number. Transaction sequence number, command ID is the 1, and row was not found a subscriber. Okay, same thing you can see, nothing more than that. What you have to do, you have to take this number, okay, transaction sequence number and command ID, go to the MS REPL command, MS REPL commands, paste that value. See here, this value, copy and paste, and command ID 1. You see that here, this is that row. And what is the command? This is that command. I couldn't read this command. What is this command? Okay, show me in English. Okay, take this transaction sequence number, copy it, start from this, start from that. Sorry, end to that. Publisher database ID is 1, article ID is 1, and command ID equal to 1. All the information that it needs are in this record. Now, if I execute this command, now you will see I am executing delete statement on the dbo.customer table where primary key is 20. I could not replicate this command. Okay, now you know, okay, why the 20 is not there. Somebody deleted it behind, in the back door. What is your plan? Now, either what you have to do, you have to manually insert this row from the publisher. If you do that, then replication will again go and delete it and successfully continues. You can do that, or you can delete this row from the msrepl command table, because see, the distribution agent, it is reading the commands from this table and applying on the target table, right, target database. So if you delete the record from msrepl commands, you are fine. All you have to do is you have to delete this row, this particular row from this table. So what you can do, you can see here msrepl command transaction sequence number. Okay, all right, one row is deleted. Now if you see, the replication should run fine. Now you see it's running. After some time you will see 7 transactions has been applied. Now it doesn't show here 14 records. In a moment it should show, or you can restart that distribution agent job. 14 rows are pending, so 14 commands are pending. Let's see, subscriber maximum ID 1351. What you can do, oh, it is not running. You see that distribution agent job, it stopped when it encountered the error. It stopped. How do you see it stopped or not? You can see that here it's not running. Okay, it shows the distribution agent job on the subscriber, it's not running. So you can go ahead and start the job here, or you can go and view agent profile. Oh, you can start from here, agents. Interesting. Okay, that's fine. Let's start running the job. Now you say performance critical. You see that here 14 commands are replicated. Okay, now nothing. So now that target subscriber, it's now 1365. Now it's fine, it caught up. Okay, this is how generally you debug the problems. Basically you have to take the transaction sequence number and find out what is the exact command that it is trying to replicate, and fix that. Sometimes whatever the missing rows, you just copy from source to target, then automatically the distribution agent job is going to work fine. It is going to delete and continue from there. Otherwise you have to manually delete one by one. You might be having multiple subscribers. Okay, in that case deleting a row from distribution database might be a problem. You have to plan what you are supposed to do in that situation. Okay, now I know that record is not there. Now it's fine, either to delete the row from this table or add that row to this database. Either way my job is completed. So this is how generally you debug the problems. Let's take another look. For example, there is another way. Let's delete one more row. Okay, so we are here. I am deleting row number 21. Now I come here and I say delete row number 21. Now again it fails, right? It tries to replicate the now I am going to insert some more rows on the publisher. Okay, so I might have inserted some 4 to 5 records. Let's take a look at maximum ID 1367. Maximum ID here is 1368. So I created the problem, and after that I inserted 2 more rows. So totally there are 3 commands pending, 3 transactions pending. Again, if you take a look at it, see here, error executing batch of commands, retrying individual commands. After some time you will see this will be failed. This will error out. After some time this will error out and distribution agent job will be stopped. In that case, what you have to do, that there is some error, there is something going on, something is cooking, right? I have created this document. Okay, I will post this document on metamanager.com website. Okay, so after some time this site will be up and I will post all the documents there. All right, you can use this command, output verbose level command. For example, now you can see it is errored out. So again, same issue. Transaction sequence number command I could not replicate, blah blah blah, which is fine. Where is the distribution agent job? Is it pull or push? If it is pull, then probably it will be on the subscriber. Okay, now it is retrying. It retries, and now finally it might fail. Okay, it will stop. Okay, we can stop it. We don't need to retry because we know that. One way to debug is note down the transaction sequence number and go to this distributor. Where is that? Yeah, here. Run this command and get the sequence number. Okay, you can do this way. This is one way of debugging, finding the problem and fixing it. And there is another way. I guess it should help us to fix the problem. Let's see. What I'm saying is print the verbose. Okay, see, whenever a distribution agent is running, I wanted to print what it is doing. If it is running a command that it couldn't, for example, it replicates a command, it runs a statement command on the target server, and whatever it is doing, print the debug output of the distribution agent job, and where it is going to print in this file. Okay, c temp, yeah, in this folder it is going to create the debug file. Now I'm adding two parameters to the distribution agent job, and if I run the distribution agent job now whatever the distribution agent job is going to fail again. It's going to say that I can I'm retrying transaction sequence number blah blah blah, command ID equal to 1. All that information is going to be logged here in the REPL output. So you see here it is dumping a lot of data now. So now you can go and it's like a big trash can. You have to really search. See here, failed command. I am call delete customer. Parameterized values 21. So did we delete that value 21? See here, we deleted the value 21. So it is logging. I couldn't delete a customer. Okay, SP Dell customer. The command is 21. Okay, so it is logging some information. Yeah, basically you can find it's like sometimes you will get some interesting errors that get logged here. Okay, so you might want to take a look at this file to see what is going on. In this case, failed command, you can see that here parameter value is 1367. Basically it is this is a delete and this is insert. Okay, this is a batch. Actually this is a batch. See, no, if you read that the command, sometimes it says you see that here, error executing batch of commands. What is that batch? Okay, you see that here, this is that batch. It combined delete and two inserts. Okay, you can see that here, delete from customer ID and insert into customer. Okay, this is one batch and this is another batch. Okay, number 2 and this is number 3. So whatever basically it is executing these. So you can find some interesting information here from this debug output file. Sometimes you can debug like this. Okay, but I would say this is better way. You just note down this and go note down this, go to this table. This is easy. I prefer this this way. That is one thing. Other thing is, you see here there is a system table in the subscriber replication tables. Okay, you see that here, MS replication subscriptions. MS replication subscriptions. This is the last successful command that replication replicated. Okay, let's copy this. Okay, let's paste it here. Okay, copy this information. Okay, this is that last command. This is the last successful insert, successful command, I would say. Okay, 1365. Okay, see that here, 1365. This is the last successful insert. Let's do a different way now. Okay, so let's insert a record from the source. Let's create some linked server. Okay, so REPL login. Okay, so I will say admin 123 sysadmin. Okay, I created that. Now here I created a linked server. What is this? Okay, linked server. Linked server is SQL server remote. Okay, so I created linked server on the subscriber. Okay, so this is on the subscriber. I created a linked server to the publisher. Okay, so now I am subscriber. Insert into ID, first name, select ID, first name from dot database. Okay, where ID equal to 21. No, there is no more ID equal to 21, right? We deleted there as well. We can insert some dummy row, right? All right. Anyway, it's going to delete that row. So values 21 dummy. Okay, so now I'm inserting some dummy row for 21 to let the replication to continue. Let's see if distribution agent job is still running or stopped. Okay, it's still running. Let's see what it says now. See here, now it replicated 2 more commands. Now what is the maximum ID? It is 1367. Publisher has maximum ID of 1367. Okay, so subscriber caught up. So subscriber caught up. Now let's see what is the last record. Last record that subscriber replicated. Okay, in this table, the last successful REPL command that got replicated. Okay, note down the transaction. Go to the distributor. You see that here, insert into db. Okay, so this is the last successful command. Okay, so sometimes you might be wondering, if I'm applying as a batch, then why the first record in the batch has applied? Because every command it will try to retry in that batch. So that's what it is. That is one way of debugging. Okay, by specifying verbose. Okay, by specifying verbose. All right. So with this we saw how to debug. Let's see if there are any debug options. Probably I might have something in the cheat sheet. Okay, there is something called skip error. You see that here there is something called skip error. Let's explain what is that skip error. See, basically, yeah, that is another way of skipping the errors, but yeah, you might want to know about it. Let's see. Row was not found. Okay, so this is the error number. All right. Now let's again insert some errors. And you have record 1. Okay, let's delete record number 1 here, and then come here and let's delete record number 1 on the publisher. So now the replication is going to fail. Okay, so and after this, let's insert some transactions. So probably it might have inserted a couple of rows by now. Let's take a look at how many rows now it has. Select max ID 1370. In the target I have 1367. So one delete statement, and after that 3 insert statements. Okay, total 4 commands. The first command, delete command, it failed. Replication could not replicate. It has got some problems. If you take a look at, see, this is that error number. I think it is still I don't know if we have, after we change we removed the output verbose here, right? And after that, I don't know if I have restarted the job. If I have not restarted, probably it will be logging here. Yeah, I think it is logging now. That is why it is failing. Okay, so whatever it is, so we are not going to much bother about this. Let's take a look at replication monitor. Let's refresh. Now you see it has got some problem because we deleted the row number 1 on the publisher. Okay, that replication could not replicate that. What is error number? 20598. Correct. So let's copy that error number 20598. What we can do, where is that distribution agent? Okay, so here. Okay, okay, agent profile. You see that here, this is the distribution agent. Okay, so if you double click, it will show the details of the distribution. Okay, it will keep retrying. You see that here, this will keep retrying, and it keeps failing all the time. Okay, so now what we can do, we can better stop it. We can't stop here. We have to stop here. Okay, let's stop that job. Okay, now stop. Right click agent profile, the distribution agent job profile. It's a default profile. So default profile, it doesn't skip any error. If it encounters any error, it will stop. So you can't modify. You can't say skip the delete statements. I know one of the delete is failing. I know that I identified customer ID equal to 1, but can you skip it? No, you can't edit this value. What you have to do is you have to create a new profile. Create a new profile based on the default profile. How are you going to create a new profile? Okay, based on the default agent profile. You can create any profile. You know, there are other ways. Okay, distribution profile for OLDB. You know, for our case, a default agent profile is fine, because right now it is using default agent profile. We have no problem with it. We need the same parameters except the skip errors. Now, skip errors, I will say skip this error. This is SQL error 20598 means delete if record is not found, then it will fail. You can see that you know, we'll delete one more time, okay, manually. 0 rows affected. Okay, probably this is replication related errors maybe. Okay, so this is the error number. It is logging in the replication monitor we saw, right? So I'm going to say, hey, this is my profile. Okay, so now I'm going to say for the distribution agent job, it is going to use my profile going forward. Let's start the distribution agent job. Stop. Now let's start it. Now when I run it, maximum ID, it should replicate 1367 here. Maximum ID 1370 1370. You can see that here. So now the subscriber caught up. Okay, maximum ID is 1370. Okay, now we can see that here everything is running fine. 4 commands, 1 delete and 3 inserts. Okay, all 4 commands are delivered and there are no undistributed commands in the queue. Everything is running great because we skipped that error. Okay, we skip that error. Oops. Okay, so going forward, it will skip any errors. Any delete errors. Okay, this is not good, right? Sometimes you might want to know why the records are not there. It should not keep skipping any delete that is failing if the record is not there. So you might want to find out is somebody is deleting a backdoor. Okay, something is happening. Is some application is manipulating the data, is read write to some application. So you don't want to see these errors often. So that is why you don't want this profile. You can keep this profile, maybe in the future you can use it, but for now I'm going to change it to default agent because I wanted to capture in the future any errors. I want to see what is going on. Okay, so now again I have to make it effective. I have to stop the distribution agent job and start it again. So that's how you skip a error. Okay, that's how you fix a error. So now you know plenty of ways, few ways to fix the error. Okay, one way is so if you want to skip multiple errors, you can specify error number colon like this, the way it is shown here. Okay, so I have some commands I have copied from websites, very interesting. This is just to see what are the replication, publication and the properties and all those things in a decent way.